Hey YouTube, Jory, welcome to Jordan the Dill Rich. There's really no specific introduction here, but this video was highly requested because a friend of mine wanted to know how I got connected with Santa Muerta. Santa Muerta is, I don't want to call her a deity, she's amazing, and I'm gonna say that. But she is a personification of death and is associated with healing, protection, safe delivery to the afterlife. And she is Aztec, very Aztec. That's what her origin dates back to. Mexico has her as they have statues of her, and I know she's also been associated with the Day of the Dead. And she has devotees around the US and in Mexico, probably around the world. I first got into contact with her and heard her calling. I kept getting synchronicities. I kept getting pulled to the Day of the Dead. That one was a big synchronistic moment in my life during that time. And I was already getting pulled to Arizona. My soul really was connecting with that place. I had a time travel romance with a man that still lives there and is there. And that's all I'm going to say because that's for me to know. And believe me, when he came back onto the scene, it shocked me too to remember this, but I'm happy I do remember it. But he also, he is Mexican American, who lives in Tucson, and his return to a certain kid show that I was waiting for that reunion, didn't know all of this was going to come out, but I'm glad it did. He also opened that Santa Muerta, the path to Santa Muerta up for me. I feel with him, he is into brujeria, folk magic, and I've ordered some books on that as well. But also, I just kept I was getting pulled to Candyman's The Day of the Dead, number 3. Trying to think what else. Graveyards, because I love, and she usually comes to people who love the dead and love that, and I love that. I'm always getting along with the dead more than the living. And so there's just certain things. And so, it's always how do you know if Santa Muerta is calling you? And I've watched many different people's videos on that, and a lot of it made sense to what was going on. But also, you can't work with her, you can't be afraid of death. You can't, it's kind of, because she is portrayed as death, and you have to look death in the eye. And like I said, I've died multiple times and come back to life this lifetime. My birth was another one, was a good one. But signs that Santa Muerta is calling you, I've told you a little bit of mine. Sudden persistent interests in her. Also frequently seeing owls, because she does have owls with her. Skulls, imagery of her, and experiencing intense dreams. She may appear directly in your dreams, you'll have very vivid dreams, digital synchronicities, social media, you'll see her online, get pulled to certain things, Day of the Dead. But there's you'll feel a certain calm, powerful presence in your home, sometimes described as a feeling of energy without physically seeing her. Now, I did see an image of her 2 mornings ago. I was waking up and I was having a clairvoyant image of her. But it was more it was like a store, blue walls, kind of it was dark blue to light blue. That's just the shadow that it was casting. And I saw, a Day of the Dead doll. It was the skull and everything. So I knew that, and she was reaching out. That was her reaching out. She loves tobacco for offerings, tequila, sweets, and I'm just going to show you, and I'll show you the altar. I had to ask her for permission. She wanted this, and I'm going to get her tobacco. She really wants tobacco, so I wanted to wait, till my check, which I got paid today, so I'll be able to get it tomorrow for her. But yeah, that's a little bit of what's been going on. And I also, felt like I needed to get a rosary of her. I was drawn to that. I'm also drawn to the white robe of Santa Muerta, which represents purity. That robe, the blue robe, and on Pinterest there's so many different, prayers for her, protection. I read that one. The rosary prayer I read quite a bit because I have a rosary of her. And yeah, and I have a statue of her. I might put that in the thumbnail, I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. She has made a big blessing in my life. Like when at the end of pretrial diversion, I felt there was a demonic presence inside my caseworker in downtown, because I saw it. She rolled her eyes, and I see the white eyes, and it bugged me for a while. It did, and that's when it kind of Santa Muerta started kind of reaching out to me, and I got her rosary from Amazon. Like I felt drawn to it, and when I wore it, I wore my pentagram and I wore the rosary over to my last, appointment on March 31st of this year, because I was done with this thing. And this man, Tim Landry, did drug me, and Santa Muerta's revealing that right now. It was GHB. So yeah, she's even confirming this, and I'm grateful. And Pluto retrograde is confirming this. It's confirming what I already knew. This was not supposed to happen to me, but it did. It was basically a destiny swap. So I thank you, Santa Muerta, and thank you, Pluto retrograde, for, revealing this just now. And I just said his name. But yeah, he tried to take advantage of me and the truck at Crust, and, I felt my head going woozy, and then I jumped out and I backed out, and I was fleeing. I was freaked. It's rather get in a wreck than get, knocked up by somebody you don't know that's trying to take advantage of you in general. But, yeah, thank you, Santa Muerta. She's revealing to me what I already know. She said, and she's showing me this imagery of the moon card, Santa Muerta. She says, the moon already pulled this back for you, and I'm seeing the moon card clairvoyantly. So she's don't distrust yourself, Jordan. Trust yourself. And she wants me to trust myself about Arizona, and she's going to keep me safe there, and I know it. Then she's right. And she's telling me telepathically, you're more drawn to her, telepathically, the rainbow. The rainbow candle, yes. But I've also been drawn to the white one as well. And the blue one, I light it when, she and I are having our girls' night. We love having our girls' night. She loved, and I had wine for the first time in my life after all this. And, I just had it that night. We had our girls' night, danced around, and we had a girls' night the night before, and I did a lunar spell. Candle spell, and it was so fun. And she wore the green one. She's like, don't forget to tell them I wore the green robe that night with the lunar spell, and she did. In the green, she switched from green to yellow, I had the yellow candle, which is prosperity, joy, that kind of thing, and I had the silver candle for the feminine, but this was the yellow's the gold's the divine masculine one. So yeah, and in my heart, things have been unfolding. I kept feeling I belonged in Mexico. I belonged with the Latinas. And I felt that in my heart, in my soul. And I feel Tucson, that's where I belong. That's where I need to be. And she is highlighting that for me. And it's been highlighting for a while, ever since, you know, Joe came back on the scene, and that his name is Joe. I'm not going to say last name, but Joe. Joe. Hi, Joe. But yeah, I'm happy he came back on that, and he did unfold that for me and get me into Santa Muerta, brujeria, and folk magic, and all kinds of things. Like, he opened this door, and I'm very grateful to him that he did. It's helping me learn more about myself and deeper into my soul and what it represents and who it truly is. Brujeria, a witch, you know, that kind of thing. And I'm feeling like this warmth around me. I'm feeling this warmth at my back right now. But I thank Joe a lot, and he is amazing. I love him to death. And I feel he protects me even now from where he is in Arizona. I'm not gonna say in Tucson. He's in Tucson, but it's like I instinctually always knew he was. I knew it, and my soul was waiting for him to come back. And once he did, like once these synchronistic events just kind of started happening this year, it pulled me deeper and deeper into this, and I'm so happy, you know, this happened. There was a lot going on with that. I can't explain everything. It's very beautiful, romantic, but also heartbreaking. It's a time travel love story with that, and but I love it, and you know, it's just beautiful. I'm glad he opened this up for me. So without further ado, I'm going to show you what Santa Muerta did okay at. I'm going to show you the altar. Okay, this is the altar, and I've got the candles lit. I'm drawn to the Santa Muerta tarot cards. That one, it has her likeness right here. And she does have her very own tarot card, the Major Arcana. And there is her beautiful statue. And we're listening to Afro House 2006 Mexican house music. She loves this music, as do I, and it's just great. You know, I love her. I feel more in control with myself now that I'm working with her, and you know, I'm going deeper into this, and she helps me understand things, and she has protected me. She cuts things away really quickly when I ask her to. She loves the blue robe. When we dance, when we listen to this kind of music, it's just amazing. And you know, I love it. So yeah, hold on. Now, Santa Muerta is also used in you know, Mexican Catholicism. She's really represented as a saint there, and I'm not religious at all. I'm not, but you know, their way of doing Catholics and my family's way and the Cajun way is a little bit, it's the same but yet different in a lot of ways. But I love it because they have her as a saint, and that's what it resonates with my heart so much to work with her, and to, you know, it makes me want to cry. Like I feel her overjoy of love. I'm feeling that from Santa Muerta right now. She feels so loved, and I try to spoil her with offerings as much as I can. You know, I'll give her coffee every morning. I didn't this morning, but I always use a Day of the Dead mug that I have. Like, I'll do like the El Gato one with the skeleton cat that says El Gato on it. You know, it's I try to spoil her. I want to spoil her as much as I can. She's like my grandmother and my mother, and she is a lot. It's her, and I work with Hecate as well, but this is about her. This is about Santa Muerta. But yeah, and I have like on Pinterest you have different prayers for Santa Muerta. I'm gonna try to find one here. I still use my other phone. I mean, I use it as a computer and a mini computer as well as what was I gonna say? Oh, MP3 player. Yeah, there's a lot of Santa Muerta prayers in Spanish, and I would love to learn to speak Spanish. I really would. This one is an invocation of Santa Muerta. Daily invocation prayer to invoke Santissima on a daily basis. Santa Muerta, Santa Muerta, Santa Muerta, I come to ask you from the altar of my prayer for your permission to invoke your presence, to invoke you so that you can walk with me on this day, my queen. Guide me through what I need guidance in. Walk with me so that you may share the good moments with me. Santa Muerta, Santa Muerta, Santa Muerta, I ask to invoke you. And I thank you for another day. And you can say amen, or I say blessed be because it resonates with my heart. But yeah, that's one of them. And there's so many. There's really so many. But yeah, also I was out at the my altar one time, and I asked about Arizona, Tucson, is there anything that represents you there? And I felt there's a street, Santa Muerta Street. And it's funny, and this is the odd part, odd story. I Googled it when I felt it. Like, I didn't physically hear Santa Muerta say it, but I felt her. My physical ears didn't hear her, but my ear chakras heard her. And I had to look it up, and I found it. I actually found it in Tucson, the Santa Muerta Street. And then I look for it. I mean, this was like maybe a month ago, maybe three to 4 weeks at that, maybe more. But I'm not really keeping track of time. But yeah, time's kind of been moving a little bit quick right now through Pluto retrograde and this flower moon. But yeah. I couldn't find it after that. I couldn't find it today. But when I heard it, I found it. But and what I feel in my heart chakra, that was a sign from her that her presence was there. And it's amazing how they show up. And she's a queen. I really, she doesn't mind. She loves the saint part. She does love that. But I will see images of her. I did today. Like, she was opening her hand and showing me the Aztec gold, like the necklace that was worn in Pirates of the Caribbean. So that was a sign from her. She's fun. I love her. She's very fun. I'm just enjoying them. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my time with her, and just learning new things about her and from her teachings. And she's a fun saint. I love her. She's definitely queen for sure, and I love her. And like I said, I'm gonna get her tobacco tomorrow. But yeah, that's a little bit about how I evoked Santa Muerta, and I got a book on her, which is on my altar. There's some incantations and some exercises to do, which there's one you look into the mirror. You have to do it like, I think at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. in the morning, one of those. And you know me, I'm Pisces. We love to sleep. But one day I'm gonna get up and do it when on a sleepless morning when I can't sleep. But yeah, and you just look into the mirror, and you have to picture your face like skin falling away. And you see the skull, your own skull, and you say the incantation. My mother is how it starts. Santa Muerta, my mother, you are my mother, I am your devotee. And it feels so right for me to say in my heart. It just feels so right to say that. And I love it. I'm enjoying it. I hope this is very educational for you guys. Like and subscribe on Jordan the Dual Witch. I'm going to come back and do like some candle spells that's been coming through my crown chakra, and we're gonna have a good time. I kind of taking a break from the paranormal, but I'll get back into it one day. But not that the spirits don't leave me alone. And Santa Muerta has been helping me banish some of these. I've been having a lot of evil tricksters lately, and Santa Muerta recommended the hot foot with the red basic hot foot with the red candle. And I carved what I was gonna blow away, and I rolled it away from me in roux oil and olive oil. I just mixed the roux oil, and roux oil, be careful with that if you work with that kind of oil. It's very potent, especially if you use it in a bath. Just use it with olive oil, carrier oil in there, and 1 drop, or sweet almond oil or something like that. I did that yesterday, and I was so and black salt, and I was so cleansed. But I did the candle spell and I used my pestle and mortar, and I ground up just the basic salt, instead of cayenne pepper, I did chili powder because it's got cayenne pepper in there, and salt. And I debated, I sensed I needed to use black salt in there, but I didn't. But I carved what I wanted to blow away, like the evil trickster spirits, Donald Trump, of course, and just bad people in general that mean me harm. And I rolled it in the oil, both oils away from me, and I rolled it in the herbs and the hot foot, basic hot foot, away from me, because you want to send that away. And I placed my little votive black candles around, and I put it inside a lime, which limes that I say from a Mexican restaurant. Player on what? Players on that, huh? But and I just, whatever's left over on the herbs, I just sprinkled it, on the thing, and I put and it burned down like really quick. But yeah, that's all for today, and there's so much I could keep going on, but that'll be for another day. But it's on my TikTok, on Jordan the Dual Witch TikTok, so check that out. You'll see a few of the candle spells that I was doing, and the flames burned really high, especially on one of the black candle ones I did. Like, this was very strong. Very, very strong. But anyway, love you guys, blessed be, and I'll see you in the next one.